everybody, and welcome to another episode of a Lefty Knitter podcast. Not sure of the number, I'll put it here. Brain's not really functioning well, just saying. And it's because if you already follow me on social media, I posted that we lost our cat, Vaughn, yesterday. Peacefully at home. He hated being in cars, he hated being in the carrier. So I was actually really glad that he passed before I was able to take him. So, yeah. I didn't get to be at home, but other loved ones were there, and I had already gave him a bunch of love that morning, knowing that I was going to be making a huge decision later in the day anyway. So, sorry to start this off with that sad tone, but he had a great life. I was just reminiscing this morning about things he used to do, and it's just so funny that some of the other cats, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about how he used to always be on the toilet. This is so silly. Be on the lid of the toilet while I got my shower in the morning, and he waited for me to get out so I could brush him. And that was our routine for many years, like many years. And then he stopped doing it, and I think it was because I stopped brushing and combing him as much because he had gotten skinnier, and I felt like I was hurting him because he was like bony. So this morning, Luna's sitting on the toilet when I'm getting out of the shower. So of course, waterworks and everything else, and so I gave her a good brushing this morning, and I was like, is this going to be our routine now? And maybe it will be. I don't know, but I miss him a lot. But yeah. All right, so I don't want to cry. I've cried. My eyes are probably puffy. I'm probably all poofy. But yeah, so today is Tuesday, it's the 18th, and this is primarily a crafting podcast, so, but I wanted to get that out of the way. If you've watched me for many years, I appreciate it, and thank you. He has always kind of like scrolled through in the background, or was sitting on top of the couch behind me, you know, so you guys, if you've watched for a while, have known him for quite some time too. And so yeah, I got a lot of awesome and lovely and wonderful comments from people. I mean, yeah, just makes me want to cry more. But also, thank you to all the wonderful comments about the shirt. I'm wearing it today. I figured I might as well take it on a test run. Take it to work. Wear it to work today. I didn't wear it with my linen pants. I'm wearing it with a pair of like gray skinny jeans, and it looks cute and it's fine. So we're gonna go from there. I might actually take up the suggestion that somebody made of making a pleat in the center in the front. I was kind of like holding it this morning in the mirror, and man, it looked nice. So if I do anything, I might actually do that, just to bring in the neck area. I just have to look up real videos on how you should do that, because I have no clue. I was just kind of like fussing around with it this morning. So yeah, this is a crazy intersection, lots of big trucks. All right, so I just wanted to come on and say that I'm not going to be showing you any crafting, obviously, it's this clip, but yeah. So we, just to follow up on Vaughn still, I guess, we did end up just burying him in our yard, in the garden, in our beloved, wonderful garden, and we'll make like a little stone for him. Yeah, that's what we'll do. It just sucks because I don't think this is like our forever home, so he'll just be in a home that he lived in for many years, though. He'll be there. So, and that's okay. That's okay. All right. Before the waterworks start again, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey guys, it's Friday. So, it's been just a week of, I've done some crafting and whatnot, but I want to show you, I did purchase a new tool. I had this when I was little. It was a craft I did when I was little, but they were made of plastic, and I remember mine breaking. So I went and bought the nicer version, and it's made by Harrisville Designs, and it's the friendly loom. Now I did end up buying the Pro size. This makes a bigger pot holder, and it takes, I think, 27 loops on both sides. So that's, 54 loops total. The Pro, when you buy the pot holder, you do get enough loops to make 2 pot holders. I ended up buying a bag of loops though, because, well, I'm special. And I did buy the Lotta loops, which makes 6 additional pot holders. They have bigger versions. You can buy different color schemes. You can buy like a neutrals. You can buy the rainbow. You can buy, I think, like the pastel pack. And then there's like a, there's another one where it's like greens and browns and really naturey kind of colors. So I ended up getting the rainbow just because. And yeah, I have made 2 already. I've made 1. I apologize. I made 1. And Hazel and my mom made one the other day. Hazel picked out all the colors and did a lot of the loops, and then my mom did help. Do you want to hold up the one you made me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you tell them a little bit about, you didn't do a traditional over 1, under 1, right? You did...
I did over 3, under 3.
Oh, is that what it is? So technically she went between like the loops too. So because she was counting 1, 2, and then half of the next loop as 3, right? And that's why we get some of these loops that are split. You see the color split. And I love it. I think that's really cool. And of course you picked these colors, why?
Because they're your favorite colors?
Green and blue, they're my favorite. Green mostly, but then, do you not have pants on? So these make a larger pot holder than the traditional size, which is a perfectly acceptable size. I just wanted the bigger one. I just feel like if I'm gonna use it as like under a pot, I want it to be big enough for my big pots. So this is the one I ended up making. And I took this kind of out of the book because it comes with a book with instructions and a few different ideas. So mine is not exactly the pattern from the book. It was like 3, 3, 3, 3. I think I did the 3s this way. So it was 3 of each color. And I went 3, but it's 5 in the middle. So it was 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3. And they go from the same color and back to the same color. On this side, I didn't have enough loops. I was just trying to use the bag that was in the box and not open the big bag. So it went like 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, whatever. And it was fine. I think it looks like it's a cool pattern. It just looks neat. And I did just the traditional under 1 color, one whole loop. So you're going under 2 over 2. But again, you can do different patterns and make different ones. I have also looked into getting, and I think it's Acorn and Twigs. I think they do a subscription box, and it's themed for like the season. They're closed right now for subscriptions, but I wouldn't mind getting that. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I think the loom was like $35, and I think the loops were 30, so 30 with 6 pot holders. So I think it was about 30. Maybe it was 40. Either way, I mean, I don't feel like it's super inexpensive, but I don't feel like it's super expensive either. So yeah, I highly suggest this loom. I like it a lot. So yeah, this is the rainbow pack. Sorry. Oop. And you can get a color card from them. It's like $10, which has all the loops colors, because you can order a single bag of just one color. if you're looking to do that. So yeah, it was very easy. Oh, I should show you the loom is metal, and I went with that because of the fact, sorry, all my stuff's coming out with it. Metal. I feel like it's gonna hold up and be more sturdy just in general and last longer. So yeah, if you're interested, you know, or if you have kids, it did get not hard to weave, but if you go all the way, like if you do your loops all in one direction, maybe I'll do a video. If you do all your loops in one direction and then you weave all your loops and you go up, when you get to trying to weave these in and out, I didn't use the hook, I used my fingers. It just was easier dexterity wise. It was great. My mom, who has diabetes and her hands aren't the greatest, was able to do this. But I did tell her when she was helping Hayes, the problem I found is when I did all my weaving ones going up, I didn't have a whole lot of space up here. So I told her to go partial and then come down and then fill in the middle, because you would be able to get your hands in front and behind, where up here, if you're trying to go behind, you're gonna end up hitting this section here. It's not terrible. I did it, but that's if I do more, obviously I'm gonna do some more. I would follow my instructions I gave to my mom, because I think it would be a little bit easier to do. So there you go, potholder loom. Not quite, you know, the fiber art thing, but they're really nice, I'm not gonna lie. And you get like this small bag. That was what was in the box. We kind of mixed some up at this point and used a bunch of colors out of it. There you go. It is Saturday, the 22nd of July, and let's round up this video. That's my computer cord. I was like, what is that? Ugh. It is very hot outside here in Baltimore, Maryland, and if you hear the lawnmower, I apologize. John is doing that, and then I'm going to go behind him and clean up all the grass. After I might as well let him do that first, because if I try to go behind him now, more grass could just get where we don't want it to be. So, there we are. Whew. I hit 2,000 subscribers, and I hit that before my last video, and my last video was the shirt, and I really appreciate everybody, all the nice comments people had. And if people do make them, I really hope that you tag me and show me, because I'm really excited for other people to make like a wearable garment also. I feel like it was really easy, and people already were like, I have fabric in my stash, so I think that's exciting. Sorry, it's really hot. I'm gonna have a drink. You want to see all my stickers just for funsies? This one's pretty funny. I make magic with yarn. Yeah, and of course, my favorite color, green. Okay. So I did hit the 2,000 subscribers, so I think what I'm going to do is randomly pick a few people. Sorry, I'm like parched, very parched. From the comments down below. I think that's what I'll end up doing. So if you make a comment, you could end up winning a pattern. I'm just going to do patterns only because it's easy to ship international, so this way people that aren't in the United States can also participate. So I appreciate every one of you for making me hit 2,000, and I appreciate all the comments about I'm surprised you don't have more than that, and that's very humbling, and thank you. I know I showed a video previously we were making, I don't know what the recipe is, it's one of those like TikTok videos. I shouldn't say TikTok because it was on Instagram, but I'm sure it was shared on all the media platforms. John tagged the person's IG, and I could find that and tag it below, so you guys could look that up. But she called it like braised, what do you call the big white beans? Cannellini beans? Braised beans in a tomato sauce or something like that. It was so good. We used mascarpone because we didn't have any other soft cheese. When I went to the store, I was like, I couldn't find anything that I thought was like relevant. So today when I went to the store, I did pick up some goat cheese because John and I talked about how that might be really awesome in it, and we're really excited to keep using like our tomatoes out of our garden and the parsley. I know it called for basil, but we used parsley. It was totally fine. You know, you can mix and match your recipes. You don't have to always go with exactly what they say. It was really good. We didn't have red onion, so we used white. Oh, you really probably can hear the lawnmower now because he's on this side of the house. But it was so good. I felt really guilty though eating so much bread. But I told John, I was like, you could totally eat this as like a pasta sauce. It was very good. It reminded me of kind of like a vodka sauce because it was like creamy. You know how you mix the two? I think vodka is like Alfredo and red sauce together, but I could be wrong on that. Either way, it was super good. It was super good. Like a rosa sauce, maybe they call it. I don't know. There's a bunch of names. I'm not Italian. I don't know. Talk with my hands a lot, but I'm not Italian. Then I showed you guys my loom, my potholder loom. So I made another one last night. I think this one's really fun. So in some spots, instead of going over under 1, I did over under 2, and then I went back and did it again. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of like Superman colors with the red and the bluish, but I still really like it. I don't know. These are going to end up getting given away eventually, or Christmas presents or whatnot, because we're going to have a lot of potholders. But that's okay. They're used. They're going to get used. And you know, that's like the whole thing of it. That's what I want. Then I showed you I was working. I have an Addy king size. I also have the regular Addy machine. Monday, I had already told you guys I lost Bud and, or Vaughn. And Monday at work, I was a total mess. I was a total mess, and one of my coworkers, she's just a wonderful person. She's very caring. She, you know, always asks like, how's John or how's Hazel? Like you know, it's not just work related. It's very personable. And so she's always doing things for other people. She's always asking and making sure other people are okay. So I decided to have Hayes pick a color. Now, they call this tweed stripes. I would not call this tweed. I would call this marled, in my opinion. Tweed has tweedy bits. This is like marled because the colors change. Like it's 2 colors in one, but one will change and the other will stay the same. That's marling, right? Like, so I feel like I don't have it done, and you guys aren't going to see it fully done on a video. I might snap some pictures, but I wanted to show you. It's just a long tube, and I'm going to make it a cowl. So I'm going to graft the 2 ends together, but see, it's marled. If you ask me, that is marled. Not tweed. It's beautiful. It's going to go around. It's going to be able to go around twice. And I think the person I made it for is going to be super, sorry, lots of ums, grateful. She is very worthy. She's a very worthy person, and I want her to know that others are also thinking about her. And so, sorry, I'm starting to tear up. She gave me a big old hug, and she gave me another hug, and I just think about how there's lots of people I work with that just wouldn't give you a hug. You know, it's just not. So Hazel picked this. I think it's great. It has like all the colors, so hopefully it matches. Well, I don't think she'll care, right? She's gonna be very appreciative. So I have to sew that together at some point. But let me just show you the progress I have made on the only other 3 projects I have that you've already seen, and let's just do it. I know everybody was very gracious about that too when I said, I'm showing you the same 3 projects. But, you know, it's a process. I am so very close. This is the Ripple Camisole by Jessie Maed Designs, and I was here last time, and I've done that much, which isn't much, but I think I'm close to like 10 or 11 inches now, so I am very close to doing something different from just going in the round with a 3x3. And here's my cake so you guys can see. Yeah, so I'm getting very far on that. I'm really glad the other cotton yarn I bought is a DK. I just don't like doing the fingering weight, but I have it now and I'm doing it. Okay, the Stephen West shawl. I will show you the knit along, the surprise sock along, but I show that last, so if you guys don't want to keep watching. This is the something chevrons, the shifting chevrons shawl by Stephen West. I've shown you guys this many times. I have now picked up and started panel 3. So I finished panel 2. I was here and I did all this and I finished 2. Okay. And then I picked up for panel 3 and I've done 2 stripes worth for panel 3. That's where I'm at. So it's just gonna be a process knit. It's gonna be a product knit too, but I'm not forcing myself to like rush to get it done. It's there. I won't need it in the summer, and it's not too hot to work on in the summer. I won't actually take this one outside and work on it because it is hot for that, but at night when we're watching TV, it's okay for that. Did you guys see the new documentary on Netflix about, I don't remember what it was called. They were excavating a new cave system. Not new, I don't think it was new to them known wise, but they found what they named a whole new species, but they're saying it should be in, it's not, I'm terrible with remembering all the terms. They're saying that it fell into the realm, or it could have fallen into the realm of being not quite Homo sapien, but they had burial rituals, so that almost puts it into that realm. I'm terrible at explaining this, but it was very interesting, and I thought it was emotional. It was emotional watching the people that were the archaeologists doing it, and watching their emotions when they found this. Sorry that I went off topic, and I'll get back to the knitting, but it was really good. I enjoyed watching that. There. I've not finished a book, I don't think. If I have, it's not in my brain space right now. I'm reading a new book right now. It's by Laura Lippman, so if anybody's interested in any series, she did a whole series on Tess Monahan, who I believe was like a private detective. I read it a long time ago. Laura Lippman, but it takes place in Baltimore. So I find that very interesting because while reading it, it's naming all these different places. So if you're interested in those types of books, I'm reading a standalone book by her right now, and it's called The Lady in the Lake. And it's based here in Baltimore too, so hearing all the names is really interesting. So, sorry, I totally didn't talk about that. Might as well finish that. So, yeah, if you're interested in that type of genre and you want to be based here in Baltimore, I found it. They were very good books. Like, I read them a long time ago, probably over 10 years ago. But the library was promoting this book, saying it was a new book, or maybe, I don't know, or maybe they were doing a read-along, book club type thing for this book, and I saw the sign and I was like, oh, is that new? I didn't realize. And I think she is still writing books, so check that out. All right, Stephen West Surprise Sock Along. I am done clue 2 on one sock, and I'm done clue 3 on the second sock. The clue 3 just came out Thursday, so I'm gonna show it now if you guys are interested in seeing it. If not, look away. So I'm gonna show you first clue. This is the end of clue 2, so you can see where clue 2 ended. Now I am doing this on 9-inch circular needles, and I'm doing all of it on 9-inch circular needles. I'm not changing until maybe the toe. So ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna show it now. This is clue 2, and clue 2 took you through the heel flap, which was an interesting construction because it wasn't quite was not quite a slip stitch heel flap that most people know and love, and that also took you through the heel turn, getting you ready to pick up for the gusset. So this is the end. This is all clue 2 from here to there, and now I'm going to show you clue 3 because I'm done clue 3. Clue 3 takes you on a journey of picking up your gusset stitches. So you're going to pick the gusset stitches up, you're going to be knitting in the round, and then you're going to go back to this pattern here that we did at the beginning. You go back to that and you do your gusset decreases, so the bottom of the sock doesn't have texture, but there is some visual things to see. And then on the side you do the tiniest bit of cabling. So I'm assuming clue 4 is going to be the rest of the foot and then the toe, because I think it's only 4 clues. So it's terrible to kind of see that. I apologize. It's not the best, but there you go. All right. So that is clue 3, and I've taken it down now. So you can open your eyes. Not that you would have had your eyes closed. All right. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about. I'm just kind of going through the motions of life. I'm still really a hot mess inside. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've still cried every day, and I know I need to allow myself to do that. I just wish I could hug him one more time. I will insert pictures of my beautiful baby boy at the end of this if you want to see. I think I've already posted all these pictures already, so I get it if you don't want to see it again. But I can't believe July is almost over. Like I've said previously, July is a really hard month for me work-wise, and this was just the icing on top of it all. Not good icing. It was like sauerkraut. I mean, no, it wasn't sauerkraut icing. I love sauerkraut, so I can't pair them together. It was like a really nasty icing on top of the cupcake here for life in general. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna end this, but I hope hug your fur babies, hug your friends, hug people that need a hug today. Text message them, send them an emoji, invite them over for a coffee. Whatever it takes, just, be there for others. Woo! Okay. We're gonna end that. And yeah, I'm gonna probably go have a good cry. And not think about how Hayes said, can we get another cat? She gets it. She understands. But 3 laps and 2 cats, the math doesn't add up. So there we are. I'm going to go use the leaf blower and maybe put on some music or something in my ears. This went on way too far. Way too long. All right. Peace, love, and happy knitting. Crafting. Whatever you're doing. Bye.